Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Raj, as you all know, and I will be doing a BelvoTalk on cricket. So, before we start, cricket is in fact a sport with over 2.5 billion fans on its whole players, and so there are many as well, there's also many different nations. Yep. That's fine. Yeah. So, how is cricket played, you may be wondering? So cricket is played between two teams having 11 players each of the following roles of batsmen / women, or as well bowlers, and as well the wicket keeper. And as well the toss also happens to determine like who gets to bat or bowl first. And as well the umpire is in fact the judge of the actual match. Next one.
Okay. Okay.
Now, so on to the different types of rules. So there's like you can earn like 4 runs in the way of like heading the ball all the way to the edge of the pitch, or by hitting the ball to the ground and then having it bounce over the line. Or if you want to score 6 runs, which is possible, you'd have to actually make sure, like it's pretty much the same way of scoring 4 runs, but without it touching the ground at all. So now, onto no ball. So no ball is actually done in multiple terms. For example, like overstepping the crease, which is pretty much like the line at each side of the pitch. And as well, there's also wide balls, which means like if the bowler actually bowls away to the side of the batsman and as well as the stumps, missing everything, then that will also give the opposing team, which is batting, 1 run. Same for no ball. Now, onto out. Like, out is determined upon many terms, and as well is usually debatable. So, like, one way of actually getting out is if the batsman actually misses the ball completely, and the ball hits the sticks behind the batsman, which are known as stumps. Next one. So, onto the types of cricket. So cricket is played into 3 different types: one-day internationals or ODIs, T20 or 2020s, and tests. So tests is actually played into the ways of actually having unlimited overs till the batting team is all out. And well, that's the same for the other team that bats next. And this usually lasts for around 5 days. So now on to one-day internationals or ODIs. So that is played in different international teams and usually lasts for around 50 different overs, which is pretty much a 6 times 50, which is 300 balls per team. And this usually lasts for around 1 day. So now, 2020, which is the newest and shortest form of actually playing cricket. And as well, it's also quite commercially good. So like pretty much it plays into like 20 overs for one team, then 20 overs for another team. So it's pretty much like one-day internationals. Just so like it is actually able to be played domestically and internationally, and as well lasts for 20 overs. Yep, next one. So now, national team. So there are many different like national teams that have like their own domestic leagues. And so, like, many famous teams, like India, Ireland, Sri Lanka, West Indies, which is pretty much the Caribbean, and as well, like Pakistan, all of them have competed in the ICC World Cup. And as well, ICC, it stands for International Cricket Committee, which is pretty much like the main head of actual cricket worldwide. So So now, onto the different like leagues and tournaments. So those like there are like many famous ones like Indian Premier League or IPL, and as well BBL or Big Bash League. And this is actually featured in Australia, which is where our backers come from. And as well, there's also the Cricket World Cup, which is pretty much like the World Cup of cricket, and as well the World 2020. Now, by the Cricket World Cup, this is what you're probably going to be thinking about. But no, next one. This is how it actually looks like. And this pic was taken in Lords, which is the home of cricket, which is based in England. Next one. Now, onto batting and bowling. So batting is mainly like one of the most important positions in cricket, as cricket mainly relies on scoring high runs. And as well, one inspiration of it in the Irish cricket team would be around Ed Joyce, for example. So now, onto bowling. It's like bowling has, first of all, mainly different types. It's like there's like pace bowling, spin bowling, and as well googly. So googly is actually part spin, which takes place into like leg spin and off spin. So leg spin actually goes into more of a right-sided stumps, and as well off spin is pretty much leg spin, but the opposite stumps. And googly is pretty much one way to actually trick the actual batsman into swinging the wrong way, as you'll get the batsman thinking that like, oh, he's gonna bowl into the leg side. But no, you'll bowl to the other side. And this is one easier way to get all out. And one example of this in the Irish team would be Tim Murtagh. Next one. Okay, so now, fielding and wicket keeping. So fielding mainly relies on like hand-eye coordination, hand resistance. In that meaning, I mean like pain resistance to the hand. Because like in cricket, like when you try to catch a ball in fielding, it would actually really hurt because of the actual material of the ball, which is mainly cork and leather. And as well, you need flexibility to be able to like try and run as quickly as possible without pulling a single muscle. As if you like either pull or even tear one muscle, you might even have to end up on the floor, and then the batsman might even score 4 runs from that shot. So now, onto wicket keeping. So wicket keeping mainly relies on catching, throwing, and reflexes. And the reason why I said reflexes was because like the ball would come onto the wicket keeper quite quickly. So like they'd be able to, so they'd need to reflex into like where the ball goes. I need to jump there. Next one. So now, here's the question. Why is cricket so popular? So cricket is actually quite popular because it's a gentleman's game, which means that like everyone's expected to follow the rules. No sledging, that means. And as well, it's in a manner of no contact, which means like a fielder can't like rugby tackle a running batsman and just shout like, get him out, he's not in his crease. And as well, the game is actually becoming shorter and shorter, like the text. And as well, the players actually gain a lot of popularity by playing cricket, and as well by doing adverts, which as well earns them money, which is mainly well done in India. Next one. Now, onto the popular players. So, cricket is played with many different popular players, like Don Bradman, who is actually the world's best all-time cricketer, and then also Sachin Tendulkar, who is referred to as the god of cricket. And as well, Virat Kohli, who's the current captain of the Indian men's team in nearly all forms. And as well, A.B. de Villiers, who I'm quite sure is the captain of the South African national team. And as well, Owen Morgan, who used to be the captain of the Irish men's team, who then moved over to play for England and is now the current captain of So now, let's go on to cricket history. So cricket actually started in the late 16th century, originating from southeast England, and as well in records of players like Don Bradman from Australia is in fact the best all-time cricketer, and so is named the father of cricket. Sachin Tendulkar is also referred to as the god of cricket, just so you know, in that final print. And as well, Jack Hobbs is actually the highest century scorer in all-time cricket. Next. So now, cricket in Ireland. So cricket was actually introduced to Ireland by the Garrisons in the 18th century, playing their first game against England in the 1850s, and as well winning the ICC trophy in 2009 and becoming runners-up in 2005, actually gained more and better popularity and support for cricket in Ireland. And as well, they did get status last year, and as well, William Porterfield is the current captain of the Irish men's cricket team, while Laura Delaney is the current captain of the Irish women's team. Next one. Yeah. So, here's a little quiz to see if you were paying attention. Captain of the Irish men's team currently. What? Nope. Josh. What? He used to, but technically. Josh.
William Porterfield.
Yes.
Boom.
I'm actually going to ask you guys is, how is a match determined to start? Yes. Yeah, those are the answers. So now, does anyone have any questions? Like it's me.